Welcome. Let's see what Spirit wants us to be mindful of at this time. The first deck, do they want this? No. Okay. The first deck they wanted me to pull from is the Phantasma Tarot. Oh, they want this one. Okay. All right. Oh, and here we go. And this one? No. Okay. And this one? Okay, let's see what they want. Divine Holy Spirit. 5. Okay, so 2 more. That's one. That one. Oh, okay, and 1 more. Can I have the 5th card, please? Oh, there it is. Do you want it? That's upside down. You want it right side up. All right, good enough. Now, the second deck they wanted me to use today is the Alchemy deck. Oops. This one wants to come. These, no. Okay, this one. And I'll ask them. Okay. Also 5. Okay, so that was 2. All right. And then, oh, they want this one. All right. And let's go for number 4. Oop, 4 just came out. 4, 5, 6. Nope. And so that's 1 more. And there it is. This one, this one. All right. Let's put that to the side. And then the third deck they wanted me to pull from today is the animal one, which they've been using a lot. Or this one, yes. This one, this one. All right. Nope. This one. There's 1. I just want 1 here. This one. Okay. This one. Okay, let's see what they want. Just 3. So that was 2, 3. No, that's 3. All right. So that's that. And let's lay them out. Now that one came up straight, right? That's all in order. Okay, this is first, second, third. And then let's put these together. The crystals they pulled. All right, so from the tarot, we have the Page of Wands. Let's just lay them out and then we'll read them. Ace of Pentacles, the Sun card. Ooh, the 6 of Pentacles. That's beautiful. Okay, and the Page of Cups. And let's see, they wanted 5 and 5. So I'm going to go down this way. Reddening. Okay. And Jupiter. I was working on the next astrology video. It's interesting they're using astrology at this point. This is the Void or Ether. This was the one that came up straight. So this is very important. Darkening. How interesting. Darkening. And Alchemical Wedding. All right. I might change that later, but I'm just feeling it. So it went like this. Okay. Interesting. It's interesting it starts and ends with snakes. And there's the third snake. And then this would be their summary. The polar bear, the elephant, and dugong. Oh, that's interesting. This came out in one of the shorts today. I think you can see that. Okay, let me think about this. Okay, let's unpack this. This is a very interesting spread, so I'm interested to see why they've had me lay it out like this. Okay, so the Page of Wands. Here we have a little kitty cat. Pretty kitty. She's got some mail on her back, and she has a magic wand. And she's on something. I don't know what this is. It looks a little bit like a... was it like a crystal ball? But it's interesting. Both of these are on platforms of some type. And she has energy coming out of her head. And she's got some dragonflies here. So Page of Wands. This is something that you're starting. This is a new action. Okay, something that you're starting. It's a little bit higher level than an ace, but the person is still new to whatever creative action or endeavor this is. And with the dragonfly and these letters, I feel like it has to do with information of some type. Okay, so we're just starting. Let's just keep going and see how this comes back into play. So next comes the Ace of Pentacles, who's very wide eye and large ears. The platform that this Ace of Pentacles is on is just being built. It looks like a bird nest that is still under construction. It's not quite stable yet. And of course, an Ace of Pentacles means the beginning of a new material or a new financial development in one's life. This is the preface. So let's just see what they want to say in the preface, and then we'll build on it with the rest of their information. So then that goes into the sun. And I'm so glad to see the sun because lately with all the Scorpio and Ophiuchus energy at the time of this reading, but don't worry if you're watching this at some other time because the reading is timeless. But anyway, it's nice to see the sun coming because I'm thinking the sun will be going into Sagittarius the 18th of this month. That will be a nice change of pace in energy. But anyway, I feel like somehow it's talking about things expanding for you in this endeavor, a creative endeavor, which is going to help you out financially. And there's going to be a lot of joy involved. And it's something that you're seeing very clearly with the sun here and the blossoms. And look at how you're moving forward in this experience, kind of like in leaps and bounds almost. There's actually like wind blowing this flower back. Actually, there's flowers in all of these. But anyway, with the illumination, oh, and there's little hearts here. So this is going to make you very happy and very joyous. So they pull the cards like this. So this endeavor, and it's interesting that this purple lined up right underneath this amethyst. So trees communicate through energy, right? Underground, they communicate. And here in between the trees are actually 6 bats. And bats also communicate through energy, which is the same way spirit communicates. And this harkens back to these letters on the cat's back as my first understanding of this being some sort of creative project or endeavor or new business that has to do with you communicating to others. Kind of in your own tribe or your pack or something of that nature. And with the page, now look at this. Page, ace, the sun, and 6 of Pentacles. And of course, 6 of Pentacles again talks about this these are both pentacles. This is talking about this endeavor bringing financial success, the 6 of Pentacles. So the Page of Cups is talking about this being, goes back to the joy and the celebration that you're going to be celebrating. So, and look at this. This kind of mystical animal with a little heart on his head is holding a letter as well. And there's birds, there's a mermaid in a cup, and I believe this is a butterfly. And there's just lots of little rosebuds all around. So this is very clear. I mean, a new creative endeavor you're embarking on has to do with communications. It hasn't produced financial gains yet, but it is going to. As long as you see these eyes here, and as long as you stay very clearly focused on your goal and what you're doing as you're making these leaps and bounds and starting to communicate with this larger tribe. And look at all the hearts on his chest along his chakra. You'll be dancing. Well, this is beautiful so far. So what's the issue here? This let's just stop there. That's perfect. No. Okay. So yes, and look, this is lining up with the white. Then we turn to this red, the reddening. Now the reddening with this snake here, now this had all these snakes, right? When I was laying out the cards. This, of course, makes you think immediately about the Kundalini. And I was just talking about the Kundalini and the energies of Ophiuchus and Pluto as they relate to Scorpio and Mars. I did that in a recent video. So this is very interesting that this comes up because this is definitely the base chakra and where the Kundalini lies dormant. But when you get in touch with the Kundalini and it starts to spring forth, that is when you get in touch. It's not just with spiritual energy, but when you start co-creating, when you get into the flow. And that's when you create your greatest pieces of artwork or expressions, creative expressions of all times. It could just be a business per se. It doesn't have to be a piece of artwork. But when you are in touch with this energy that runs through you and connects you to spirit, your creative abilities will just literally explode. And I think that's what we're seeing here with Jupiter, with this kind of rainbow. And of course, the index finger is the finger that represents Jupiter on the hands. And this is talking about expansion of this area. And of course, the sun is also talking, expanding the rays and the energy of the sun. If you sit in the sun, you can just feel them, the energy coming from the sun into you, that expansion of energy. But now your energy is also, there was darkness here for some time, but look at the light with the Jupiter. This is magnificent. They asked us to lay it out with the Jupiter above the void, the abyss, which does show you rising up out of some sort of abyss or dark time, or maybe the dark night of the soul, or maybe it was just the Scorpio and a Fucus energy over the Thanksgiving holiday that we're still in. But anyway, this is also cautioning. Now that's what we're seeing here. This is why they want to talk to you, is they're cautioning not to be don't expand too fast, leaps and bounds, and lose sight. That's what this is. With their eyes are so big. Lose sight of what it is you are trying to express. It seems that what you're trying to express is of a higher order, something that you want to do to help others. And it's telling you, don't get caught up as you start to create and you start to earn, and maybe there's a spotlight on you and you're the focus of attention and this is going very quickly. And you're just so, you're just dancing. You're just so happy. Don't lose sight of what's important and what it is you're trying. Don't lose your connection to spirit. Yeah, that's exactly what they're saying here. Because this expression that you're able to do now is completely dependent on you always staying connected, not always as in every moment of every day. I mean, you are, but you don't have to be focused on that. But it's saying don't get too caught up in the material, right, of the wealth you might be getting in the future, or maybe being popular, or who knows, maybe you're on the internet getting followers or likes or clients or whatever. Don't get caught up in that. Stay grounded in your physical self, your creative self, the actions you're taking, but also stay grounded in your connection to the divine. It's very important. Yes, look at the darkening. Yeah, and look at the snakes. I was saying, what are all the snakes? Okay, so here we have a crow. The snake is coiled and the crow is lifting. It looks, I don't know, it looks like maybe hematite or something, this gem, this stone, and is looking as if it's about to take flight, like these fire signs here, take action and go into the light from here. Now that's very interesting, because I think what they're saying is you've been in a period where you might have been alone. Like, look, alone. And suddenly you're not so much alone anymore. So you were maybe just taking time out to be by yourself. Maybe you were going through a difficult period or whatever, but whatever you've learned, the wisdom, this crow, whatever wisdom you've learned, you have to see that dark pearl or hematite or whatever this stone is. You have to take that with you into the light, and they want you to blend that. They don't want you to ever forget what you've learned during this period. And this is a crucial part. Look at how the root chakra, the physical self, the action, the active self on the white part, And the receptive part here, you've got the blue, which is throat chakra, but there's also a God chakra on the back of your neck, which is the way spirit connects with a lot of people, and the heart chakra here. So they're talking, we see these colors. They're talking about these two are definitely connected, right? That's why they had me do the layout like this. That's why they had me bunch this all together, because they're saying this is all connected for you to succeed here and keep this energy moving forward, right? You can't just take your lessons and then say, oh, wow, I'm having such a great time. Woohoo! Yeah. Look at my bank account. It's rolling, right? And just say, okay, well, thanks a lot. Adios, muchachos. I'm just going into the light. No, they're saying no, right? Whatever you do, don't forget where you got the understanding, the wisdom to do the creative work you're doing now. And so with that, they're going to sum up. And this is the next thing I see. I mean, look at these pairs, mother, child, mother, child, mother, child. We went from this solitary energy. And even though this is solitary, it's at night, it's purple, it's in the spiritual, and you have these bats. So this is definitely in the darkness, right? And then we slowly went to you connecting, not so much with others, but with different energetic aspects of yourself. And now suddenly there's this energy of the parent-child or the mentor-student. Yeah, and I think I'm going to go with mentor-student because of the fact of the letters, the sensory communication, the energetic communication between the trees and the bats, and then the letters we see here as well. And of course, the Kundalini rising is how we connect to the understanding and the communication directly with spirit. Polar bear. Now this is it's talking about solitude. It's a very interesting creature. And look, it's white, right? It's the only bear that is white, which is a sign of purity and ascension, which is what we were talking about here with the red going into the white here with this white snake. I mean, there's a lot of native cultures that always saw the polar bear as a bridge to the spiritual world. They move at great speeds on both ice and or water and land. They are deeply solitary animals, traveling long distance alone, and yet amidst the dark hours of winter, they are known to often form lasting friendships with other bears, Arctic foxes, even tame dogs in the wild, which is interesting because when they do get together with other, and that's right, we were talking about him celebrating, and this card also talks about celebration, the need to celebrate because of this momentous occasion or level that you have achieved with your personal self. And the funny thing is that when these animals do get together as a group with their own kind, it's actually not called a herd, it's called a celebration. And isn't that funny? Because this is the card about celebration and being so happy and joyous that's right in the center of this reading. This is going to be an amazing experience for you. Yeah, and it does, that has clarity and doesn't focus on obstacles, but on the goal that you are trying to attain. It talks about speaking your truth in constructive ways to express emotions. And the polar bear also asks you to find balance, the middle point between extremes in your life, and that if there is anything that is no longer serving you on this journey, to go ahead and let that go. Let that drift away. Now, the elephant is a land animal, but it does talk about a herd again, as does this dugong. They also have herds. And I feel with this card, we mentioned before that I felt that whatever it is you're going to be doing, whatever you're going to be communicating, even if you're a teacher or a mentor of some type, this is going to help you form a long and lasting friendships and basically your tribe. And it's going to be because elephants are very caring animals. They're very intelligent. They form very long and lasting friendships. They care for each other very deeply. They co-parent. They're known to, not to be morbid, but they bury their dead. They're very loving animals. And I feel that this is coming back to this card where it's telling you that It's not, this isn't just going to be your creative project, your baby. It's almost like she's sitting on an egg, the cat, this ball that she's sitting on. She's giving birth to some creative endeavor, but this is going to bring you so much love in your life from the relationships you're going to form while you're creating this. And then Dugong, trust, grace, mystery, and humor. Yes, this card is one, and that's interesting because this is also, I believe, the manatee, which is the sea cow, they call it the sea cow. So we have three animals here that are kind of, can be related to land and water. And the elephant too, the way it uses its trunk for water. Yeah. So you definitely see the earth where they go back and they're talking about, you have to stay grounded in your action. You got to work hard. You've got to work hard to create this business or whatever it is you've got in your sights, but you also have to be in the water realm. You have to stay in the ether, in the abyss, in the void, and don't ever lose that connection, because that is what's helping you co-create at this time. Yeah, the mystery. And to trust that force in your life is now permanent as long as you're appreciative of it and spend time reflecting on it. Yeah. And it represents an ancient bridge between the realms of land and sea. It honors the interconnectedness of your body and your heart. The key to have this creative endeavor, this new business, thrive and survive is not to constantly work yourself to death, not to chase or hunt down, but to move with grace, staying connected and allowing the creative process to call to you those who are going to learn from your experiences. Take time, don't go too fast. Take time to breathe and be in this creative process. You will achieve more with less effort if you stay connected. That's what they want you to know. Action will always be required, but first find your place in the moment with an aim of doing from a state of being, right? Act, but don't take it too seriously. Allow yourself to stay in the flow, and that will keep the creative process moving forward so you don't lose the benefits, and yes, the financial benefits even, that you're going to gain from this endeavor. And all of this is telling us that whatever it is you're going to be communicating is truly going to benefit those that you are going to interact with during this time and are going to become your family in a way. So, wow. I mean, Spirit, thank you so much. It's always amazing and always insightful. Thank you so much for caring so much to take the time to be here with us and do these readings. And for viewers, I wish you all the best with this endeavor. It sounds amazing. You can always write in the comments and let me know. I would love to know. It might be a secret still. You might still be in the early stages. I get that. But later on, when you are dancing with joy and it's very firm and it has expanded and you're doing quite well, I would love to hear. Try to remember to come back and put in the comments what it was that you were working on at this time. And to bring something from here to here is really amazing. So you must be an amazing person. All right. All the best and have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.